Welcome to this Jenkins video tutorial on creating a freestyle job. Before we dive into the details, let's understand what a freestyle job is and why you might choose to use it in Jenkins. A freestyle job is one of the fundamental project types in Jenkins. It is a versatile and user-friendly way to define and manage your build and deployment processes. Unlike other more modern Jenkins project types such as pipeline, freestyle jobs follow a simple and straightforward configuration model. Now you might be wondering, why would I choose a freestyle job? Well, freestyle jobs are great for beginners and for scenarios where your build and deployment processes can be easily defined using a graphical user interface. They provide a point-and-click interface for configuring build steps, source code management, and post-build actions. Here are a few reasons why you might opt for a freestyle job. The first one is ease of use. Freestyle jobs are easy to set up, especially for those who are new to Jenkins. The graphical interface allows you to configure build steps without having to write complex scripts. So it is enough that you know the command that is used to build your project, for example. The next one is quick setup. If your project's build and deployment process is relatively straightforward, a freestyle job lets you set it up quickly and efficiently. And the last one in my list is graphical configuration. The visual interface allows you to configure the job's settings without diving into code. This is particularly useful for users who prefer a more intuitive approach. While freestyle jobs are powerful, keep in mind that for more complex and advanced scenarios, Jenkins also offers pipeline jobs, which allow you to define your build process using code written in the Jenkins pipeline file or Jenkins pipeline graphical user interface. Whether you are just starting with Jenkins or looking for a quick and easy way to automate your build and deployment processes, freestyle jobs are a fantastic choice. Now let's get back to our tutorial and create our first freestyle job in Jenkins. First, let's navigate to the Jenkins dashboard. To do so, we need to enter the address of our Jenkins server. Here on the screen, I have entered the address of my Jenkins server on a browser tab. My Jenkins server is running on a virtual machine, and the IP address of that machine is this one here. 8080 is the default Jenkins server port where it is listening. If you have installed your Jenkins in your local machine or you are running your Jenkins locally, then you should replace this IP address with localhost. You can also use the IP address 127.0.0.1. So I will go ahead and enter my username and password here. I will leave this keep me signed in checkbox unchecked for now and click the sign in button. This will take us to this kind of dashboard. If you have been following along with my other Jenkins videos, I haven't created any jobs yet. So the dashboard is just showing a welcome message with some clues on what we can do next. Without further ado, I will directly go to the new item menu here and click on it. This will take us to this kind of page or user interface where we can enter the name of our job. Since this is a video on creating a freestyle project or freestyle job, we also need to select freestyle project. It is always a good idea to give some meaningful name to the job. For example, I will give it a name freestyle demo job and select freestyle project and then click on the OK button here. This will then take us to the job configuration page. This job configuration page is divided into different sections such as general, source code management, and so on. We can navigate to different sections using these menus here or by just scrolling the page. We can give a description about this job here, which is optional, but it is always a good idea to write a description. So I will write a simple description. This is a demo freestyle job. And then for now, I will skip all other sections and go directly into the build steps section. In this section, we can define what our job will do. Here we can find a handful of options from where we can choose what our job will do. This execute Windows builds command will allow us to write Windows-based commands. So these commands will be executed on a Windows machine. Similarly, execute shell allows us to write Linux-based commands which will be executed in a Linux machine. For this freestyle job, I will select execute shell. The reason is that at the moment I have only inbuilt executors that is set up in the server where my Jenkins is also running, and this machine is a Linux machine. So what I can do here, I can write any command that I would otherwise write in a Linux shell. If I want to display the current working directory, I can write pwd. I can also write other commands here, but there is also the possibility to add multiple build steps. So I will add one more build step here and print the current date. So the command for that is date. One more build step, I will use this list command to list the contents of my or the root directory of the machine that will execute these build step. List the contents of root directory ls-l root. So once I'm happy with my job configuration, I will save it. Of course, we can come back to it and edit. For now, I will save it, which will take me to this kind of job page, which has some information about the job. As we start building the job, there will be more information about the job displayed in this area. So to build a job, it is very easy. We just need to click on this build now menu item. It starts building the job, and the job build status or the job build situation or queue appears here. Since the job was very simple, it did not take so much time. Here this green circle with a green tick mark means that the job succeeded. There are a few ways to see the console output of the job. One of the ways is to click on this circle with the tick, like so, where we can see the console output for the job. So here you can see the first command was pwd, and it executed that and displayed it here. Similarly, the second build step was date. It executed that command and printed here. And the last build step was displaying the contents of the root directory here. So it has displayed all the contents of the root directory. Other than that, there are some other information such as who is the user that initiated this build, and it's running as system, and the path where this job is built. We can also see the same thing as plain text, and yes, so I can go to the build number. So #1 refers to the build number 1. So this page shows information about the build. So the other place from where we can see the console output is here. We will see the same thing. So if I go back to the dashboard, this job is displayed here with its current status. So its status is succeeded or successful, and weather it's sunny, which means There hasn't been any recent failures of the job. Last successful run was 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Before, there hasn't been any failure so far, not available. And the last job build ran for 39 milliseconds. We can also build this job by using this play button. So this is all for the freestyle job creation. This was a very simple job creation. In my next video, I will still continue with freestyle job creation, but in that video, I will try to make it a little bit more advanced with the addition of job artifacts. I will log out from Jenkins. I hope this video was informative and useful. See you in the next video.